Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Becky.
We are registered dietitians that are passionate about food as medicine.
In today's video, we are going to be making a pumpkin seed pesto, and this comes on the heels of last week's release talking all about estrogen dominance and how you can regulate estrogen levels in your body. So if you missed that one, make sure you stop right now and subscribe so you never miss a release of our food as medicine content. Now, let's whip up our pesto.
All right, so with the name, we're going to start with pumpkin seeds. So pumpkin seeds or pepitas are a great source of zinc. Zinc is important when we're talking about hormone management in the body because it blocks aromatase enzymes. So it's an aromatase inhibitor, if you will. This is important because aromatization drives estrogen dominance. So by adding zinc-rich foods like the pumpkin seeds in this, we're getting fiber to aid in estrogen detox and also that aromatase inhibitor to maintain healthy testosterone.
And then for our acid in this pesto, we're going to use some lemon juice. So I'm just rolling the lemon out on the counter to kind of break those membranes, release some of the juices. We need about 2 tablespoons. So depending on how juicy your lemons are, that'll be 1 to 2 lemons. Lemon is actually going to help to, or any acid is going to help to activate some of the minerals that are found in our pumpkin seeds. So you might have heard of using lemon in, there you go, in a salad dressing to activate that iron. Same goes for the zinc. So pairing with an acid can help with activation of that zinc.
Also, we love to add acids in all of our cooking. It's a great way to brighten up a dish. And citrus in particular is a great hormone balancing food. In fact, there is a phytocompound in citrus, the 2-hydroxyflavonone, which has been shown to reduce estrogen receptor function. So this aids in higher circulating progesterone levels.
All right, and then I'm going to add 3 cloves of garlic. This is going to be a great support for our detoxification of excessive estrogen. And one thing that we want to do with our garlic is go ahead and kind of smash it. So when we smash our garlic, that's actually going to help to increase the allicin compound. This is going to be supportive of heart health, detoxification, and antiviral properties.
I'm going to move on to basil. Basil is a fantastic aphrodisiac, if you will, dating all the way back to the ancient Greek times. Also, we're going to get a little bit of magnesium to aid in stress reduction and fantastic flavor and aromatic for the recipe. So this is a cup of fresh basil leaves that we're going to add into our food processor.
I'm going to pop that last garlic clove in.
Perfect.
All right, and then we're adding about a 1/4 cup of mint. So this is going to add a really nice brightness to our dish, and this is also going to aid in bile flow and detoxification support.
Fantastic. And as you're doing that, I'm going to grab a pinch of salt. So I always use salt from a salt dish in my house here. This is Redmond real salt. So this is a mineral-based sea salt. Salt is like the chemical bridge of flavors. So this is going to balance out the pungent sulfur in the garlic as well as the astringent acid in the lemon and balance out the nice richness in our toasted nuts or seeds, if you will. So we're going to get the top on. I'm using my S-blade in here. We're going to get things mixing, and as the blade is rotating, we're going to be emulsifying in our extra virgin olive oil. It's important that you do that as it's turning or churning. We'll first get things broken up a little bit, and that's going to ensure that we get a nice pillowy, fluffy goodness. So I'm just going to use a spatula to scrape the sides here, and you can see we're getting a nice mealy kind of texture here. As we incorporate that olive oil, that's going to, like I said, create a nice velvety texture. And we can also use a little bit of water. We might use upwards of a 1/4 cup of water. It'll just depend on your particular ingredients and your desired texture. So let me scrape the sides here. All right, let's start drizzling in that healthy fat. The olive oil is a great source of our monounsaturated fats, and we know that fats are such a great tool for hormone development or hormone support and hormone building. batch, do we want to add that water in? I think so. I guess
probably would. And depending on what you're using it for too, like if you're going to use this as a sauce for spaghetti squash with maybe some grilled shrimp or something like that, you might want to thin it out even more.
If any recipe you're making is tasting too staccato, if you will, or where you're tasting flavors that aren't rounded out, as I mentioned, salt is this chemical bridge of flavors, so it's going to make things more rounded. So if you're tasting a bite of the garlic at first or too much of that acidity, the cue is always to add salt to make it all blend better. So at this point, we're looking at more of like a texture of hummus, which could work really well in one of my favorite lunch ideas, which is like an adult Lunchable. Maybe I would do hard-boiled eggs and some raw bell pepper pieces and use about an 1/8 cup of this as a thick dip. But we're gonna go ahead and thin this further so it's treated more like a salad dressing that we can drizzle on these slices of avocado instead. So I'm gonna put my lid back on and use a little bit more of that water. Let's do that while it's going. All right, so once we thinned it out with that extra water, we're looking at a nice texture here where we're able to just drizzle on top of the slices of avocado, adding even more food as medicine support. Avocados are a great source of B vitamins. We're getting folate in there, which helps with hormone balance, as well as glutathione, which is the master antioxidant, supporting detoxification and reducing oxidative stress, which can even help with fertility. So we have our avocado slices, the drizzle of the pumpkin pesto, topped it with some mint leaves, and I'm gonna use some coarse salt on top. Let's give it a bite, Becky, and tell everyone what we think.
Yeah. I'm also picturing this with like burrata and tomato or mozzarella would be really nice.
It would work really well on an aphrodisiac menu, I think. It's got that nice zesty of garlic, but good balance of flavor.
Oh yeah. And it's quite creamy from the pumpkin seeds too.
We hope you enjoy this recipe as much as we do. Make sure that you like and comment below if you've made it and what you've paired this pumpkin seed pesto with. And as Becky said in the beginning, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay on top of all of our functional medicine information. Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Becky.
We are registered dietitians that are passionate.
Okay. I just came
What's my forgetting?
with like a really weird smile. Sorry.